And since we're speaking about also people like Johnson, who's calling for flaring the fires in the Middle East, and the psychopaths in Washington, D.C., this psychopathy is not exclusive to the politicians, but you have in parallel a media establishment in the United States. Of course, not all of them, but the influential ones, those who are like, I consider them soldiers in fighting shoulder to shoulder with the American establishment in the past years. One of which is, of course, Thomas Friedman. And do you know what Thomas Friedman published the other day, guys? This is mind-blowing. Of course, I'm not going to show you from the website because it's paid, and I'm not going to pay a penny for them to to read the articles. So I made slides on Canva. Thomas Friedman thought it's a good idea to write an article and compare the Middle East to a jungle, and try to compare each country and each actor in the region, state or non-state actors, to some animals. And he says, understanding the Middle East through the animal kingdom. Guys, the thing is, like, somebody read this article in the editorial, board, and he thought it's a good idea to publish it, right? So what does the article says? This is the summary. The United States is like an old lion. So the United States is an old lion, guys. We are still the king of the Middle East jungle. More powerful than any single actor, but we have so many scars from so many fights that we just can't just show up, roar loudly, and expect that everyone will do what we want or scamper away. So guys, the United States is the lion, but it's a tired lion because they were fighting a lot in the past, and they cannot just come and tell every actor to do what they want according to him. Iran is to geopolitics what a recently discovered species of parasitoid wasp is to nature. So Iran is a parasitoid wasp, right? Iran is a wasp. I'm just writing here. Iran is a wasp. US is the lion, guys. So the wasp injects its eggs into live caterpillars, and the baby wasp larvae slowly eat the caterpillar from the inside out, bursting out once they have eaten their fill. What the fuck is this, guys? What the fuck is this? So we have wasps now, and we have lions. Is there a better description of Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, and Iraq today? They are the caterpillars. So the countries Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, and Iraq are the caterpillars, and the wasps are multiplying inside the caterpillar, and they're going to kill the caterpillar at the end. So the IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, is the wasp, okay? The Houthis, those non-state actors, Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, and Kataib Hezbollah are the eggs that hatch inside the host, Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, and Iraq, and eat it from inside. So we have the non-state actors. Those are, guys, the eggs that are multiplying inside the caterpillars, and they will kill the caterpillar at the end of the day, right? So what's next? The fifth. He says, we have no counter strategy that safely and efficiently kills the wasp without setting fire to the whole jungle. So this tired lion wants to kill the wasp that is multiplying inside the caterpillar, and they are spawning eggs inside the caterpillar. There is no way for the US to kill the wasp, Iran, without setting fire to the whole jungle, to the Middle East. So Middle East is jungle, guys. Netanyahu, on the other hand, who is Netanyahu? Netanyahu is like the Sifaka lemur that uses bipedal sideways hopping as a primary means of walking. That's Bibi, always shifting side to side to stay in power and avoiding going decisively backward or forward. This week, he may have two. So this is the article, guys. Seriously, he thought this is a brilliant article and he published it. And somebody in the editorial board read it and he said, publish it. And no shame at all, you know. So the United States is the lion, guys, who is the noble animal in the jungle. Iran is the wasp, the that is spawning eggs through its non-state actors, Hezbollah, the Ansarullah, Kataib, something in also Iraq, the Houthis, and inside the caterpillars in order to kill these caterpillars. And Netanyahu is, I forgot the type of animal he was, but it's a cute animal, you know. So yeah, man, he's comparing the region to a jungle. And the best commentary that I read today about this case came from Arnaud Bertrand. This is a brilliant commentary that he wrote about it. He said, easily one of the most unhinged Thomas Friedman New York Times column. He decided to understand the Middle East through the animal kingdom. Always a great idea to compare peoples to animals in a context of genocide and dehumanization. And surprise, surprise, the more noble animals are the US and Netanyahu, respectively a lion and a lemur, while all the locals are insects and parasites. So, for instance, Iran, one of the world's oldest civilizations, is a parasitoid wasp that injects its eggs into live caterpillars. The caterpillars being Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, and Iraq, and the wasp's eggs, the Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, and Kataib Hezbollah. Hamas, by the way, on top of being a wasp egg, is also apparently a trapdoor spider. Go figure. And apparently, the old lion, that is the United States, has no counter strategy that safely and efficiently kills the wasp without setting fire to the whole jungle. In this regard, burn the Middle East down. It doesn't even make sense, by the way. Why would a lion who lives in the savannah be bothered by a jungle wasp? Is it because his friend, the lemur, who eats caterpillars, is bothered by the eggs? So anyone, there you have it. So anyhow, there you have it. Geopolitics explained to Americans by the New York Times premier columnist. We are the king of the animals. We are burdened by the insects and parasites in the jungle, and we might just have to burn the whole thing down. What do you think, guys, about this article? Sorry that I'm laughing while I'm reading it, because I haven't read anything as ridiculous as this previously.